Oo nga 'no, two colors tayo.
Saka yung suot ni Ma'am Icon, ni Ma'am Lulu.
Silipin mo diyan, nasa school ka?
Wala sir, dito ako sa bahay nag-live kasi ay hindi reliable ang net na. Ma'am Rosario, ikaw po.
Actual
Nandito ako ma'am sa office pa.
Nasa office po si Ma'am.
wow,
Si Ma'am
sipag.
Icon po
Ako
yata.
umuwi na rin ako ng bahay.
Nasa bahay ka na sir.
Oo,
Medyo
mas
mahirap
reliable yung
humanap
internet
ng
sa bahay.
pwesto eh. Oo. Meron naman okay ang net kaso madaming ano, pag sa faculty room medyo
Yes.
madaming tao. Maingay.
Live na po.
Okay
Ayan.
po.
Hello, hello. Ayan, good afternoon po. Hello.
Good afternoon, mga ka-Tex Pro.
Ayan, nakita ko na yung live. So, hello po. Hello sa ating mga
Nag-join
ka-Pix
si
Pro.
Miss Icon.
Joining. Hello, Ma'am Icon. Okay. So, kamusta po ang ating mga weekend? Ay, may weekend po ba kayo?
Happy lang, walang weekend.
Happy
Pero
lang,
mamaya
walang
pa yun.
Ay, ako magsalita. Kukumustahin ko ang weekend mo. Dahil namiesta kami sa inyo.
Oo nga pala. Last week po ay fiesta. May weekend. Enjoy natin ng weekend last week. At meron tayong actually medyo fiesta feels pa po dito sa atin.
Ay, fiesta nyo pala po. Happy fiesta.
Yes po. Kakatapos lang po nung Monday.
Oh,
Kami po ay nagkaroon ng eating and meeting. Pero eating lang po talaga yan.
parang ang saya naman po nun.
Ayan.
Malinamnam.
Nabusog ka ba, sir?
Siyempre. Hindi ko nga alam na may meeting. Alam ko, eating lang.
Eating lang. Eating lang po talaga sana yun, sir. Kaso we're there na. So, ayan.
So, para makarinig naman ng good news si Miss Arlene.
Apo.
Sa mga naiisip at pinaplano ni Miss Andy.
Oo, meron na Miss Arlie. Drawing na po namin ang utay-utay. Yung
Akala ko
nakasketch.
yung eating na. Akala ko eating yung plano.
Isang subo kasi dapat may idea ka.
Bago
Siyempre.
sumubo. Not may entry.
Oh, yeah. Parang yun yung passes to take. So ano po, kamusta naman po BP Mario? Nasa ano ka po ba? Nasa Quezon? O Quezon City?
Nasa Quezon po ako. Hindi, Quezon Province ako ngayon. Quezon Province. Tingnan mo, mukha akong may itim ako sa picture. Oh. Nasunog ako sa Quezon.
Dahil sa fiesta.
Naka sir, na fiesta ka.
Tiniming ko na fiesta para makikain.
Yun po. Ay, may mga ano na po tayo. May mga live viewers na po tayo sa ating live stream. Press Andy.
Yes po, ayan, nakikita po natin yung ating mga viewers. So, hello. Hi po, watching from Aurora. Hello po. Good afternoon. So, yan, we have viewers po from Aurora. Kumusta po ang weather dyan? Kamusta po sa inyo? Ayan, meron na din po mga from hello, good afternoon mga ka-Pix Pro watching from Aurora also. Si Miss Alia. Yan. So, ayan, nagjo-join na po sila. Welcome po sa ating another KC for this month, the month of October. So, maganda po yung topic natin mamaya, ano? So, hintayin po natin. Let's sit back and relax. Kung may coffee po kayo dyan, katulad ng ating VP, mahilig magkape. So, kuha na po kayo ng coffee para mag-cheers kayo mamaya with coffee. Ayan, pakilagay po kung saan chapter tayo galing. Ano yan? Hindi namin makita, sir. Ano, hindi na nabablur kasi yung filter po. Itapat mo sa gitna mo, sir, sa ganito. Hindi makita, sir.
Ayaw, hindi ako marunong.
Ano po yan? Parang nakita ko yung race. Feeling ko parang logo po yata yung hawak ni Sir Mario. Logo yan, ano? Ay, hindi,
Solid to
mug.
Pigs Pro.
Yes. It's a
Mug.
mug. Alisin ko muna yung, okay lang, alisin ko muna yung background para naman makita niya. Habang commercial muna tayo. Okay
Opo.
lang po?
Sige, sir. Ano ba yung iyong... Para nagla-live selling si Sir Mario ngayon.
Huwag na. Yun nga ang dating ko. No, nagpagawa ako ng, yun.
Ayun, yan.
Nagpagawa
Nawala.
ako ng mug. Nagpagawa ako ng mug using logo ng Quezon Pix Pro.
Oh. Sir,
Yan.
dapat mga 10 yung
Para pagka,
pinagawa nyo.
para pagka may event tayong ganito habang nagkakape. Yeah.
Yes.
Ano,
Ay,
Press Andy, parang ang daming taga PUP Lopez. Ano to, no? I assume mga members ng
yes
Pigs Pro
po.
Quezon Province.
Yes, Ma'am Arlene. Sila po ay mga, I think we're students namin yan. Ayan, mga members yan ng PIX Pro nitong nakaraan nating activity. Almost lahat ng ating estudyante ay
Yun,
nag-join sa atin.
kita na yung aking mug, oh. Tingnan niyo yung mug ko.
Ayun, o nga.
Talaga.
Ganda, sir.
Hintayin namin, sir, yung ibibigay mo sa amin.
Apo. Padala na lang po, sir, yung may pangalan pa sa
Diba?
likod. Para pag magmi-meeting, no?
Siyempre.
Ayan,
Naku, parang
hello.
full support ang
Yeah.
PUP Lopez ang Quezon Province Chapter, Press Andy.
Yes po, ayan, thank you. Naku, mga students yata to ng ating speaker mamaya. Baka may quiz after.
Nakaano
Kaya,
na kayo, 101 na viewers
ayan.
actively waiting for this topic. So, Press Andy, ano ba ang aasahan natin para sa ating kwentuhang cybersecurity with the
Yes.
Quezon chapter?
Yes po, for today's Casey po, no? Welcome po ulit. So, ako po si Press Andy from Quezon Chapter. So, kasama po natin ngayon si Miss Arlene. Thank you so much for joining us. So, here with me po, we have our VP for training, si Miss Rosario, VP Rosario. Hello po. Mag-hi ka, Ma'am Rosario.
Hi.
Okay, hi, Ma'am. And then, joining us din po later, we have VP Icon for VP for Events. We'll also be joined later by VP Lulu, our admin and finance, and VP Ria po for institutional development. So for today's Casey po, ayan, kwentong cyber security. I'm sure excited po yung ating mga members na nagko-comment. So tuloy nyo lang po yung comments nyo. Please send us kung nasan kayo ngayon. And for today, we will be talking about IoT or Internet of Things. So ano ba yung mga cybersecurity na kailangan natin i-consider kapag meron or kapag gamit tayo ng IoT. And ano ba? Tungkol ba saan yon? So that will be discussed with our very special na speaker for today. Okay? So I guess we can
Special
start.
child.
Very special and na po, legend. Okay? So siguro we can start na po with our talk. Okay, later po, babasahin po natin yung mga
Okay.
comments nyo, ha. If
Sige,
ever may
prepare ko lang yun.
question, you can ask po, chat your comment, put your questions in the comment po so that we can read your questions and or insights about dun sa topic na i-discuss today ng ating speaker. So, today's topic is Internet of Things. So, for our speaker for today, very new, and very pogi ang ating speaker. He is very innovative and results-driven senior IT professional with more than 30 years experience in selling and delivering managing and professional services in IT system integration business. He has proven track record in startup business and delivery of complex projects as demonstrated in his 10 years technical and project management experience, as well as his more than 10 years operations and business management practice. He is currently a faculty in PUP Lopez Campus and Mapua University, founder and lead consultant at MSE IT Consultancy. Our very own Quezon Chapter Vice President for Strategic Alliances. Please welcome VP Mario Enteria. Sir Mario, take it away po.
Okay, good afternoon. Okay na sana yung short intro, yung pogi lang, pwede na yon. Di ba? Okay, for today, nasabi nga ni President Andy, we'll be tackling about IoT, security environment in IoT. But first, pag-usapan muna natin, ano ba ang IoT? IoT is basically what we call Internet of Things. So ito, hindi na siya bago, pero I think ang adoption rate lately is mataas. So it's being used for smart homes, wearable devices, so individual use, mga smart cities na tinatayo ngayon, and of course, mga industrial IoT. So very wide ang application niya, from personal use to home use to city use up to the industrial environment. Ang pinakang purpose niya is to interconnect yung mga devices, mga sensors over the internet. Before kasi, ang ginagawa lang natin is to connect to those devices. Dapat nandun ka within the premises ng company or within reachable ng cable within the campus. But with the development of IoT, anywhere we can actually monitor, control, change something, provide feedback using the IoT. So, hindi na natin kinakailangan physically nandun sa location if we want to change something. So, for example, maybe some of the applications sa individual natin, maybe you have some smart devices, mga wearable devices, like yung mga health monitoring natin, di ba? May mga smartwatches kayo, naka-connect sa mobile, and anywhere na monitor ninyo. Sometimes, up to the medical level na yung mga doctors natin, health consultants natin, fitness consultants natin na may monitor, how are we performing? So, in terms naman, for example, sa bahay, maybe not all of us, but maybe some of us, ma-realize natin na, okay, bago ako dumating ng bahay, ang init, I can turn on pala yung aircon using IoT. Diba? I can lock pala yung door ko. Pag nakalimutan ko dati, pag nakalimutan natin yung susi, balik tayo para i-lock yung pinto. So for security reason, we can also check, lock yung mga kinakailangan nating i-lock, turn on the devices as needed. What about yung mga smart cities? Marami na rin po nagbibuild ng smart cities ngayon, wherein lahat is at least digital na, recognitions, access, on and off the mga services. Then we do have the industrial IoT. Ito naman yung tipong, in some cases, for the likes of, for example, mga manufacturing, diba? Mga power generation, mga utilities. So yung mga utilities natin, for example, yung mga electrical, mga water, even here in the Philippines, madami nang gumagamit dun ng IoT para sa mga utilities natin, especially in, for example, power generation. So before, bawat isang planta, may monitoring team, data gather sila, mano-mano. Right now, there are several plants na through IoT, they can monitor, they can be more adaptive sa environment na kailangan. Let's say, aware sila kung gaano nakataas ang pressure, gaano kataas ang volume ng tubig, ng dam. So those are the practical applications of IoT. So very wide siya and napaka-helpful sa buhay natin on a personal level up to the industrial community level. Diba? However, why IoT security matters? Tingnan natin. For example, on the personal level, may health monitoring tayo. Nagko-collect ng data, nagbibigay ng information about our health condition. What if, wag naman, what if may nag-hack sa system and it will provide or will give false information, false data. Sinasabi niya, si Mario is still in good health, si Mario is nandun, pero yun pala, I need some medical assistance. So it could be life-threatening. Diba? That's a disadvantage naman pag na-hack. What if in the industrial level, mas malaki ang posibleng mangyari? Tingnan natin on the tingnan natin on the power generation, for example. What if ang minomonitor dyan ang dami? Water level, pressure, temperature, diba? Ang daming variables. What if ma-hack yung system, other than ransomware, ma-hack yung system, mag-spoof ng kung ano ng data, and since may self-control, could be resulting in a more devastating scenario. Sabihin natin, pwedeng mag-overheat yung boiler. Pwedeng ma-shut off yung power. Diba? So ang daming potential din na risk na mangyari. Although maraming advantages, maraming benefits na makukuha ng IoT, but knowing na may malilikot ang utak, malaki rin ang chance na magkaroon ng catastrophic event. Just imagine, yung isang tao nangangailangan ng tulong, mali yung ibinibigay na data, bago maka-rescue, wala na pala. Sa mga utilities, barado na pala yung turbine, nag-overheat na pala, could mean more catastrophic, citywide, nationwide. Diba? So that's why security for IoT is very, very important. Okay? Okay. IoT devices are everywhere. Maliliit yan, nakakalat, kung saan nandun, na nagbibigay ng gagather ng data. Okay. So lahat yan, bumabato sa isang central repository, to a process server, kinokolekta, it generates some analytics or data para sa feedback kung anong kailangan gawin. So pag na-compromise yun, the system pwedeng hindi na tumatanggap ng data dahil may denial of service or it is receiving false data. Okay? Na maaaring because of that, may ibang mangyari. Okay? So malaki ang problema natin with regards to this area. Kung may mag-hack, may maglalaro, may magmamanipulate, and may nangyayari na ganon. Okay? Okay. Some of the challenges that we aside from device vulnerability, makikita natin those sensors are small devices. Small devices, very limited the capacity, functionality niya is very limited. Small application. So, mahirap siyang lagyan ng security features na heavy. Diba? I think si Ma'am Rosario do have some sort of a projects for the capstone projects. Makikita natin, maliliit yung sensors, di ba ma'am? Maliliit yung sensors. So, ang hirap nating lagyan or embed yung security doon. Okay? Data privacy, again, dito naman, it collects a lot of information, a lot of data that is very sensitive. Especially, for example, mga health conditions, home security, diba? Ayaw natin na lahat yan is publicly naka-publish. Okay? The risk is, of course, anyone who do have a malicious intent can steal those data and use it for the worst scenario possible. Okay? Network security. IoT devices are connected to networks, making the entire system vulnerable if one device fails or being hacked. So ibig sabihin kasi, lahat ng nakakonekta, whether a very intelligent device or a small device, is a possible gateway for cybersecurity hacking. Okay? And since siya yung smallest and most likely do have the weakest security measures in place, siya yung malaking potential na maging entry point to access other information. Why? You have several hundreds of sensors with weak security measures. Wala namang intelligence dun eh. Wala naman yung data dun eh. Ang data mo is on the back end. But they can use this one to access your core system. Weakest link, maraming point of entries, possible connectivity to your core system. Okay, with regards to regulation, there are lots of regulations. However, there is no specific regulation about IoT. There is no standard yet. It could be an advantage or disadvantage. Why? If there is a standard, more or less, we can measure whether we are compliant or not, whether we are at risk or not. The problem that I can see with standardization on this point of entry is, since standard siya, most likely the hackers will have an idea on how it is implemented. Just my idea. Okay. So some of the advice for IoT to be secured includes nakaharang lang yung aking mukha sa aking Okay. Manufacturers should embed security during the design phase of IoT devices. So this is true most likely for those big manufacturers. But a lot of sensors are being developed using available devices in the market. Mga microcontrollers na easily available ngayon, and most of the time, security is not a consideration. Basta tumakbo minsan, DIY, may sensor, DIY, pero nakakalimutan na there should be a security in place. Okay. Strong authentication and access control. So ito kasi, si device mo, si IoT mo, will connect to the backend. So bago siya makapag-send, sana dapat fully authorized, authenticated na this is a valid device. It could mean simple username and password, or it could mean a multi-level authentication, multi-factor authentication, or it could be some sort of a hard-coded registration to make sure that this is a valid device. Okay. Encryption is a key component. Make sure that whatever is traveling, the data in motion on the wire is non-intelligent. Kahit may makakita ng data mo, naka-frame yan, may tumitingin, sa kanya, that will be useless. Pero kung hindi siya naka-encrypt, since napa-public siya, madaling makita na ito pala yung messages niyang pinapadala. So data encryption together with the authentication, that will actually more or less provide you the basic security for IoT. Okay. Regular software and firmware updates, unlimited, we disable it, or maybe some of us are guilty dahil it will take time. Sometimes, hindi natin ma-validate kung kailangan or not. Of course, not all updates are necessary. However, point in time, you cannot skip. You should not skip yung update. Dapat regularly na update Walang masama na maghintay ka ng konti just to validate yung bang updates na to is kailangan ko kaagad or not. Then schedule. Kasi an update may mean downtime. Sometimes you cannot afford a certain downtime at a certain time of the day, so you may have to schedule it, but make sure that you do have the latest applicable update. Another thing is network segmentation. Network segmentation meaning you have to have a separate network, whether physically or virtually, against other network. So in short, keep the IoT devices, especially for example for monitoring lahat-lahat, on its own network. Huwag nating samahan ng iba. Okay? So that's a good practice to have either a virtual or physical network segmentation. I will suggest, just a suggestion, physical segmentation is still the best. Okay? Para hindi humahalo. Monitoring and incident response, monitor IoT devices and networks for suspicious activities. So this is a continuous effort. Saan ba may nagtatry? Sino bang nagtatry? Saan ang gagaling? Diba? And paano gagawin? Kung minsan kasi nakakalimutan natin, i-monitor the activities with regards to cybersecurity. Normally on the operations, nakakalimutan cybersecurity, we are just monitoring up or down yung device. Tumatakbo, nagbabato ng data or not. However, we are not checking, is it still valid data? Mayroon bang nagtatry pagpasok ng data or may nagtatry nag-attempt na pumasok through this one? Sometimes, or maybe most of the time, yun ang nakakalimutan natin, especially if we are talking of an operation team. Unless if you do have a separate group for security operation for the big corporations. If not, most likely, if we do have a watch, smartwatch, for example, we will just monitor na naka-up siya, nagbabato. Pero is someone hacking on my device, I will not monitor it anymore. Okay? One of the real world which happened, I think, in 2016 is there is an attack, cyber attack, which infected thousands of the devices, karamihan cameras, routers. So ito naging useless. Okay. So I think this is 2016. Okay. So ginamit siya to attack other websites. Ginamit siya as point of entry. Okay. So just imagine hindi makapanood ng Netflix si Ma'am Andy, di ba? On a long weekend. Yeah. So ganun siya. Maybe hindi siya life-threatening, pero who knows what will be the next attack. It may not be life-threatening, pero it may mean disaster for a certain city, for a certain community, or even for our nation. So, ganun siya kadelikado. Okay? Another example is, for example, if you do have mga smart vehicles ngayon, what if you are driving and then suddenly somebody hack on the system and it was controlled remotely? Panic yan, di ba? So, some of the cases na medyo threatening, malaki ang impact sa atin. And considering that IoT devices maybe is the weakest link considering the limitation ng devices. Unlike with smart devices, servers, and so on network, you can set a lot of security measures on the device itself. But with the microcontrollers, with the sensors, it is very limited. And with that could be the weakest link on our network, on our system. Okay, so I think that's the end of my presentation. So we will entertain some of your questions, queries, and so on. So in conclusion, cybersecurity is a shared responsibility for all of us, for those developing it, for the government, and some small actions that we can take up keeping the system up to date, making a segmentation on our network could make a big difference. Okay, so that's all for now. And I think we can.
Okay, thank you, Sir Mario, for your presentation. So let's look our live, no, for questions. So kung meron po kayong questions, please, or any comments or insights, no, you can put it in our comments. So for now, basahin natin, no, we have good PM, a Pix Pro at a resource at sa resource person. Sabi ni Sir Marcus. Good. Hello po, good PM, no? We have good day from Ascot Zabali. Ayan. Ito sir, may nag-question po na isa from Mr. Joseph. Ano po good way para protect IoT? I think ang question niya is what's the good way for us to have a protection when we're using IoT?
Okay. For industrial type, as mentioned kanina, yung sensor itself natin, pwede natin siyang parang hard-coded per device na naka-register. So parang isang validation yon aside from user name and password para makalagin siya, multi-level authentication, and then of course the encryption. Those are the basic that we can do. Kasi we can do a lot of security improvement on the back end, but on the IoT device itself, with the limitation, medyo kokonti. So basically, I would suggest encrypt the data, make sure that the IoT device is unauthorized device, diba? So in some cases, they implement VPN, meaning it's not really just the internet na lahat makakakita. In some implementation, they implement VPN para talagang member lang ng VPN yung makaka-connect. And then that VPN is separate from other VPN within the company. So naka-dedicate siya for the IoT devices, lalo na for mga like manufacturers, utility companies. So lahat ng nandun can be monitored easily.
Kaso ang challenge ngayon natin dyan, VP Mario, even the VPN can be infiltrated eh. So,
Yes.
the thing is, the attack has become sophisticated, but our layer of protection, just for the record, hindi naman talaga layer of protection ng ating VPN. It's just a way for us to isolate. Pero nagiging entry point din, which reminds me, naalala nyo, VP Mario, nung Press Andy, nung during our event, nung inyong activation, isa sa
Yes.
mga members ng inyong constituents doon nagkaroon ng case ng infiltration na ang naging entry point ay smartwatch. So
Yes.
paano po yun? Possible po pala yun? So paano po nangyayari yun? In a nutshell, how do we explain that?
Hindi ko sure paano niya ka-implement yung smartwatch niya, pero baka nakakonect yun to a mobile device. Pwede kasi, just sa lang to, hypothetical. Pwedeng, most likely, yung smartwatch niya nakakonect sa mobile device for monitoring. Okay. So, posible na penetrate siya because doon sa mobile device. If I can remember it right, siya yung nagkaroon ng problema sa Facebook account niya. Tama ba? Siya ba yun?
Yes po. Tapos nakuhanan nga raw po ng mga medyo hindi magagandang photos and videos.
Yes. So ang thinking ko doon is not the smartwatch per se, but since na-hack siya on the Facebook niya using the mobile, most likely highly probable na ang naging way to access yung kanyang watch is through the mobile. Just my thinking.
Possible po, possible. At saka hindi ko naman masasabing kapangitan ng technology nowadays kasi the term smart So, na-fast track natin yung process in terms of usage, in terms of making a better living out of our smart devices. Pero nasosobrahan din kasi hindi natin alam on how to manipulate the technology in a sense. So, meron na kaming nabalitaan lately. If there is a very, kanina kasi nasabi niyo yung smart hacking. So, may isang famous na brand ng e-vehicle, e-car, na nagkaroon ng back-end operation na nakikinig pala habang kayo ay nakikipag-usap sa loob ng kotse nyo. So, can you trust your device? So, dandun kasi yung ever paranoia na, so smart ang devices natin, can we become smarter than them? Or at least smarter than who is manipulating our device? So, ano yung maipapayo nyo sa mga bagay na yon? Especially tayo, wala namang hindi gumagamit ng cellphone, ng TV, ng laptop. Ano
Yeah.
yung better ways? The technical and
Karamihan,
not so technical ways.
karamihan kasi doon, parang by default naka-enable. Diba? Parang pag binili mo, de facto, naka-enable siya. Siguro, even for the non-technical, siguro dapat alamin natin ano yung mga naka-enable, ano yung kailangan mong i-disable.
Yes.
Kasi it's a matter of awareness eh. Kasi brand A may implement it differently from brand B. Diba? So, pwedeng sabihin natin, okay, sa brand A, pag bago ko bumili, by default, ano-ano yung mga naka-enable. Paano ko i-harden or i-secure? For example, before, bago pa may mga hacking-hacking na ganyan, wala naman tayong pakialam sa camera, di ba, ng laptop natin.
Yes.
Tapos nakita natin, pwede palang enable from somewhere. Ngayon, anong ginawa natin? Pag bumibili ako ng laptop, yung may cover,
May slide.
oo, para kahit na hindi ko ma-disable, pwede ko siyang takpan kung hindi ko kailangan. So siguro, awareness lang na by default ba, ano ba yung naka-on na dapat kong i-off at gamitin lang as needed. Baka yun ang...
Yung mga ano eh. Yes
Yes.
po.
Sir, at saka I think po yung di ba pag nag-access tayo ng mga applications sa mga devices natin, always be aware po yung mga permissions, no? Di ba po nag-ask po sila while using the camera, kung mag-i-allow lang ba niya na i-access tong facility ng device mo while using the app? So I think it's important na minsan kasi tayo parang pag may nag-pop up, gusto agad natin na next. Hindi natin binabasa yung nakalagay na
Sakit yan ng tao talaga.
permission
Totoo.
pala yun, nag-ask pala siya ng permission. Tapos naka-allow kung every time ba siya mo gagamitin, saka lang siya ma-access or ngayon lang. So, I think important po yun. So, especially kung medyo non-technical, para alam natin kung ano lang yung ina-allow. Kasi at the end of the day, kung ano yung i-allow natin na i-share, yun yung makukuha sa atin. I think.
Siguro, for non-technical, no? Isa lang mapapayo ko, be paranoid with regards to security. Be
Marunong na
paranoid.
kasing makinig ang ang mga devices natin
Yes. So,
when you say smart, they are really smart. Not
Smart na-
necessarily the device, but the threat actors manipulating the
Yes.
device. Parang
So-
dumadami ang question natin, VP Mario, Press Andy.
Yes po, may nakikita po tayo dito na may nag-comment po, first, do risk assessment to understand the posture and understand security control required based on the risk. Sabi po ni Miss
Yes.
Amayran, sorry. And then may question po ito from Miss Andrea. Ay, katokayo. Good afternoon po. Ask ko lang po, how do firewalls protect network security? I think this is our student. Yan.
Okay.
I think estudyante natin to, sir.
Okay, magko-comment lang siguro ako. Doon sa isa is do a risk assessment, which is a good practice. Okay? Ang risk assessment is don't focus on the chance of happening, the probability that it will happen. Think of what will be the impact. Isang mangyari, boom, sapol. So don't think of probability, but think of the impact once it happened. Isa lang,
Always yan.
isa lang mangyari yan, bagsak. Yung iba kasi, during my younger days, if we are doing some risk assessment, we are weighing it based on probability of happening. The higher the probability, then we protect. Minsan, the lower the probability, the biggest ang impact on our operation. So don't focus on the probability, but consider the impact as well. Or better, consider it ahead of probability. With regards to firewall, kayang-kaya na ni Miss Anulaw to. Estudyante ni Miss Anulaw yung nagtanong.
Hello.
Hi, Ma'am Rose.
So, hindi ko nakita yung pangalan niya. So, anyway, no, based on my experience, using firewall is also effective way. Kasi mostly, di ba, sa atin, sa side ng mga IT, we develop a certain applications. And within the organizations, we set yung mga tinatawag nating inbounds and outbounds for us to be able to connect on that particular server or let's say a unit para makapag-share ng mga sensitive data. So I think this is one of the best practice yung paggamit ng firewall. Specifically, pagsiset yung mga tinatawag nating ports. On what particular port lang sila pwedeng mag-connect or dumaan. Particular yung mga sensitive data natin.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
That's-
i-harden yan, no? I-harden. Ang isa lang na that's a good implementation consideration. Ang isa lang posible, depende kung paano naka-deploy si IoT. Pwedeng si IoT hindi sa iyong server nagbabato. It could be on the cloud. So pagka
True
ganun,
yan.
hindi dumadaan sa
Nangyari po
firewall.
yan.
Hindi dumadaan sa firewall mo. So pagka ganun, you may need a different measure para maprotektahan going to the cloud.
Ang sakit kasi VP Mario ng mga tao kasi it's always been people, process, technology. So when they get the technology, akala nila okay na yon. So may firewall ako, safe ako. But ang hindi nila alam kasi ngayon, the thing with our threat actors, they're always a step further than us. So minsan kung ano pa yung in-embed natin as a layer of security, doon din sila mismo nagtatanim ng nagiging vulnerable kasi hindi natin siya ina-assess, hindi natin tinitignan kung ito ay akma pa ba at kaya pa bang i-protect ang ating infrastructure. So hindi po dapat ganoon na porket may may binili kayo any sophisticated technology at that okay na. It's not. Kaya nga po nung sinabi ni VP Mario, there are several entry points where you can be vulnerable and susceptible to any attack. So hindi lang po ganun, especially with smart devices.
Yes. Another thing with, I think firewall is necessary. That's a basic. Okay. The problem na nakikita ko with firewall is static yan. Meaning, you configure it now. You hardened it now. Who knows when will you change it? It's static. It will be there most likely hanggang sa retire mo yung device. Unless there are some network changes. And
Predictable.
with that,
Therefore.
over time, it becomes a threat.
Yes.
Kasi sabihin, aha, hindi niya binabago. Aha, yung port 80 niya, 8080 niya, very open. Dito ako papasok. Di ba? So, dapat, meron din tayong nire-review din natin. May logs yan, saan nangyayari yung threat, saan potential pumasok, and every now and then, we have to recalibrate the setup or configuration of the firewall. Hindi yung, sinukat ko ngayon, tama. Yan na yun, hanggang 5 years from now. No. Every now and then, i-check natin, aha, lumiit ng konti yung waistline ko. I-adjust ko ng konti. Di ba? Aha,
Actually, dyan
lumiit na
papasok
ako.
Doon papasok
Yeah.
yung aspect ng governance eh. Kasi hindi lang
Yes.
dapat naglalagay ka lang ng technology, hindi ka lang nasa stagnant sa technical aspect of cybersecurity. Dapat may due diligence and dapat laging mong ini-embed not only on the aspect of the technical side of the people, not just the IT, not just the
Yes.
cybersecurity, but lahat. Which is, ang gandang
Yes.
comment ng isa sa ano niyo po isa sa mga viewer niyo.
Basta wag tayo maging complacent.
Yes, I think
Correct.
ito yata yung tinutukoy ni Miss Arlene, yung from Mr. Jerome. Sabi niya, if devices communicate directly with each other, use protocol, MQTT over TLS, co-op with DTLS.
Ano daw? Pakiulit po.
And ito, ano po?
Ito, human
Nagbigay
is
siya.
the weakest
Mhm.
link and also the greatest asset if educated well. Ayun.
Totally agree.
Yun.
Totally
Dapat
agree.
kasi ang mindset natin, ang tao, hindi lang basta, wag ng weakest link. Dapat ang tao ay force multiplier in terms of cybersecurity employment. Hindi
The
dapat
most cri-
tayo ang di ba?
the most critical component.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yun lang dapat with the right frame of mind.
Mm-mm.
Kasi kahit anong galing ng tao, kung medyo iba ang frame of mind, he could do more damage than help.
Correct.
Di ba?
Siguro dyan, papasok yung awareness, training and awareness aspect
Yes.
of cybersecurity. Kasi kailangan, pangit man pakinggan yung term bugbugin natin sa mindset ng tao na ang cybersecurity ay hindi lang responsibility ng department, hindi lang sa responsibility ng higher ups, it is everybody's responsibility because everyone can be susceptible to any attack at that kasi part tayo ng organization.
Yep.
I think nga, Miss Arlene, medyo parang we were going back to dun sa dati nating, yung topic natin last time about education, no? Educating cybersecurity and education po. So, important talaga na tulong-tulong, sama-sama tayo na makapag-share ng information para lahat ay informed. Ayan.
And the good thing about the Philippine cybersecurity initiatives that we have right now, it calls for a synergy between the private and the government sectors. So example tayo, we come from both the state and the private industry. So hindi siya naging hadlang because there's always this healthy exchange of ideas, healthy exchange of thoughts on how we can make a better cybersecurity posture for our organization, especially for the communities, kasi sila yung hindi natin nabibigyan ng pansin.
Yeah. Siguro, yeah, kasi hindi naman lahat technical. Siguro yung hindi yung not what to do technically. Pero as a simple user, kung hindi ka ganun ka-technical, siguro being aware of what to watch out, what not to do, that will be a good eye-opener, di ba? Kung aware ka, na sabi nga ni Ma'am Andy, nasa survey, kung medyo aware ka na ganun pala yon, hindi mo na siguro gagawin. It doesn't require any technical training or what. But since may awareness ka na delikado pala yon, baka ba magdalawa, tatlo, apat na isip ka bago mo gawin.
Pero VP Mario, for the record, hindi natin tinatakot ang mga Kapix Pro natin na wag nang bibili ng ng iOS watch, ng app ng Android device. Hindi namin kayo tinatakot mga Kapix Pro. Siguro balik tayo dun sa dati nating kinagawian. Sa amin nga sa communication we have 4 macro skills, pero yung isa ang pinaka nakakalimutan natin, listening, and the second one is reading. Hindi kasi tayo nagbabasa.
Yes.
Kaya hindi natin alam kung anong
Pagkabili yung manual tapon.
Oo, true yan.
Yes.
Ako, aminado ako, I used to do that, pero ngayon kasi every word, okay, that we agree upon, okay, whatever transactions that we do, especially with our smart devices, may impact yun. Kaya nga maraming naloloko at nabibiktima yung mga lately, yung mga online phishing attacks because we do not
Yes.
know how to read what we are trying to agree with.
Kasi most of the time, Miss Arlene, kiniklik lang natin yan, check, tapos next, no? We do not scroll down. Ang haba-haba pa nun.
Nung una kasing wala pang
agreement.
IoT,
Mm.
nung wala pang IoT nung una, parang Mission Impossible. pupunta ka doon sa location, di ba? I-access mo, di ba? Ganun din nung wala pang IoT. Di ba? Kasi nanonood kayo ng Mission Impossible, tatalon siya kung saan para makuha niya, di ba? Kasi kailangan niya ng physical access. With IoT, nagkakape ka sa paborito mong kapehan. Halimbawa, si Miss Anulaw, nagpakape, nagpa-niyubak, di ba? Nakaupo ka lang doon. Then you can access, you can do a lot of things remotely. Unlike before, dapat andun ka talaga sa premise. Di ba? Ngayon, habang nag-enjoy ka ng coffee, pwede ka nakakatulong, pwedeng hindi ka nakakatulong. Depende na lang
Anywhere, anytime.
sa'yo. Oo.
Kumbaga parang talagang ano siya, no, double-edged sword. May convenience and at the same
Yeah.
time,
Laging,
yung threat niya is a lot bigger.
there are two sides on
Mm.
of the coin palagi.
Yes.
Except nung nagkakarakrus ako nung maliit pa ako, doble kara yun. Joke lang. Pero yun, laging there are two sides of the story. The
Apo.
good.
Ayan, may insight po ulit tayo from our comments, no? From Amarian ulit. So, supply chain and third-party risk is also important to consider during assessment.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm.
Lalo pag nagkaroon na ng supply chain.
Pag sa-
Definitely.
yes, ang supply chain medyo madugo-dugo, considering na each company involved may have a different policy, may have a different technology implementation, but somewhere down the line, you have to have a point of connection that you need to exchange information. So you can do a risk assessment on your side. You can more or less influence or set the rules and policies bago ko sila makapag-exchange ng data sa inyo. Kasi the beauty of supply chain is napadali yung communication, lahat-lahat, di ba, between systems. Kulang ako ng may reorder, diretso process. Pero tama kayo, laging may risk yun, especially if we are talking of different companies, different technologies, different policies in place. So lahat yun, we have to consider na paano gagawin. Just have enough exchange of information. Kumbaga, kung kailangan lang is 5% to be exchanged, yun lang, ilimit natin doon.
Doon napapasok yung konsepto ng access management, VP
Yes.
Mario. What
Yes.
you need to know and what you should know.
Yes. And typically, depende sa implementation. Typically, there is a gateway between companies. We are not going to directly hook up with one system to another system. Sometimes, there is a data exchange point that act as a gateway so that you can exchange information, not going directly sa system ng kabila. Okay? So that yun yung common or demilitarized zone ninyo. Kumbaga common area. We exchange dito, buha ka dito, pero within that data kon lang. Data kumbaga segment lang.
Kaya kailangan talaga ang cybersecurity posture natin hindi lang sa simula. Dapat may sustainment. Hindi lang during
Masustain.
attack. Dapat may
Yes.
sustainment talaga. Na-contain mo at na-sustain mo.
Yes. At saka kung
Yes,
mas
VP.
maganda kung pag-start pa lang ng paggagawa ng halimbawa, if you are talking about that the chain supply chain. So sa framework pa lang how you're going to exchange the data, consider niyo na rin na how are we going to secure the exchange of data. Hindi yung dapat si ERP1 makapag-usap kay ERP2, ERP3 galing kay vendor 3, di ba? Mag-usap-usap. Okay, that's good how to exchange the data. Another step is how are we going to have a secured environment for data exchange?
True. True po. Especially now na mabilis ang exchange of data. So,
Yes.
andun lagi yung third-party risk, especially kung malaki ang operation mo. So, every step of the way, you have to look closely. Siguro
Yes.
maganda, another topic to, no, VP Mario, meron na kayo agad. Meron na kayo agad. So,
At
the
saka
value chain.
supply chain is not only local, supply chain
Correct.
is global. So
Correct.
we're talking of a manufacturer in the Philippines getting supplies from Asian companies, from Europe.
Correct.
So It's not within the city, not within the country. Diba?
Ang hackers nga may supply chain na rin. 'Di ba?
Siyempre.
Napakabilis ng technology, napakalikot ng utak ng tao. And
Yes.
sa atin, syempre, on our part, especially for us here working in the advocacy, it's always for us to replicate the good side of cybersecurity. And
Yes.
hopefully, through our chapters, Kwentuhang Cybersecurity, we would be able to do that. So, meron pa po ba
Yeah.
tayo from our audience?
Yes po. Wait lang, nawala po ako, Miss Arlene.
Okay. Sige
Parang
po,
wala
eto
naman na
po.
po akong question na nakita.
Okay. Siguro ito magandang sinabi ni 𝘿𝙧𝙧𝙠 to continue monitoring and improvement throughout the life cycle of the assets from creation to disposal. Opo, hindi natin dapat binibitawan.
Yes. Lalo na yung mga asset na contains competitive data, confidential data. There should be a proper disposal process. Yeah.
Sige po. Anything else that you would like to add, Press Andy, VP Mario, before we wrap up? Kasi mukhang sa sobrang saya ng ating balitaktakan, nakakalimutan na naman natin ang oras.
Apo, yes. Thank you, Miss Arlene. So, ayun, i-wrap na po natin yung ating Casey for now. Ang good thing is we can always do this sa susunod na Casey natin. So,
Sinabi mo yan na, Press Andy.
Apo, yes po. So for me po siguro yung takeaway ko for the talk of Sir Mario, which is IoT, no? So kailangan lang talaga maging aware tayo lagi dun sa mga devices na ginagamit natin. And sa pag-allow ng mga connections na ginagawa natin. At the same time, no, avoid din siguro natin po yung pag-connect sa mga public Wi-Fi networks, no? Always check kung secure yung mga connectivity na kinokonekan ng mga devices natin just to be safe. Okay, so at the end of the day, hindi lang po siya responsible ng suppliers and developers. It's a shared responsibility for everyone, for the users and for the government, no, yung lawmakers natin. So lahat tayo dapat laging aware. And yun nga, maganda yung sinabi ni Miss Arlene na i-multiply natin yung good things. Okay, so Ma'am Rosario, kayo po, any insights po before we close?
Okay, ma'am. So, additional. I think yung awareness naman talaga is our responsibility as user ng mga IoT devices. And I also advise maybe as practical lang din, no? I-separate natin yung mga personal devices natin dun sa mga work devices natin. Which is mostly talaga namang nangyayari all the time na even yung mga personal things natin or devices ay ginagamit na rin natin for work. But still, dun pa rin natin makikita yung yung risks at saka yung challenges. Kaya I think we really need yung focus and at the same time yung awareness and responsibility in handling those devices and especially yung sharing ng mga informations at mga sensitive data that we have. So yun po.
And very nice yung share ni Ma'am. Ay, we have Ma'am Ria po. Hello, Ma'am Ria.
Hi.
Thank you for
Hi.
joining. Ayan.
Okay. It's been a very productive kwentuhan. Napakarami nating naging takeaways. Salamat sa ating discussant kay Sir Mario for the generous sharing of knowledge and expertise. So siguro ang takeaway ko lang doon siguro ang one point of reflection is as technology advances and becomes more and more sophisticated, lalong nagiging mas magaling din ang ating mga cyber criminals and hackers. They employ strategies and techniques na talagang will deliberately exploit our system and network. Kaya nga we have to really be very to give significant importance to cybersecurity. It is very essential to have a very robust cybersecurity. Kaya lang naisip ko, what can I do if I am not that techy? So I am not equipped with the technical skills. So siguro, tama naman yung sinabi kanina na simple ways can do a lot of things. Katulad ng pagkakaroon natin ng cybersecurity mindset that we always have to be very vigilant, especially when we receive some kind of deceitful emails. At saka yung risky click. Tama nga yung line na you have always to think before you click. And that's one simple way that we can adopt in order to protect ourselves. And siguro itong ginagawa nating kwentuhan is one way of spreading the advocacy that we have to educate the general public about the risks that surround us at present. So yun lang siguro at maraming salamat especially to our students who joined in and of course to PICS-Pro and to our resources speaker. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Ma'am Ree. So tama nga po, sabi po nung isa nating commenter dito from Maan Yam, maging paranoid at magbasa at intindihin ang mga agreement na ina-accept natin. Ayun po. The additional. Looking forward to vendor management third-party assessment. It's interesting. Sabi po ni Miss Amarian. Napaka-active po niya sa ating discussion today. Amayiran. Sorry po, lagi ko na may mispronounce. Ayan.
Mukhang nasa supply chain siya so procurement, supply. So, critical nga ang security doon. Multi-party, multi-company.
Ayan. So, any more additional insights po sa ating mga ka-PICS-Pro na nandito? Sir Mario, closing remarks.
Hoy, si Ma'am Icon pa, saka si Ma'am Lulu.
Nawala
Nandyan,
nga po ayan, si Ma'am Icon po ba nandito pa? Ayan. Ma'am Icon.
Hindi kami nag-usap-usap Magkakabuli kami.
Uy, oo nga, no?
Well, I think etong topic na ito is napaka-timely and most of our participants ay students. And yung awareness siguro, and sabi nga ni Ma'am Arlene kaganina, so dapat basahin, hindi basta-basta i-click lang. And dun sa mga students din, so they are the parang future developer. So pagdating doon sa security, so dapat aware din sila kung paano nila ito i-apply. So I think yun lang po. And thank you.
Yes, yung sa mga magka-capstone na dyan in the future,
Yes.
dapat alam nyo na yan.
Oo, alam nyo na yan. Ayun.
Thank you so much po. Yan, so sabi ni Mr. Matthew, pwede po bang maging hindi paranoid? Pwede naman po, basta be vigilant lang po siguro,
aware.
no? Be aware. Hindi naman kailangan yung praning na unhealthy naman na pag laging paranoid. So I guess that's the end of our Casey po for today. Thank you so much sa ating napakapoging speaker na laging ready. Na nandyan for the team. Thank you so much, Sir Mario. Magpapakape tayo mamaya.
Ay, ganun. May
Gamit
meeting pa
ang coffee na with PICS-Pro logo.
Aabot po ba yan sa amin?
Sir Mario,
Virtual lang, Miss Arlene.
Sige.
Tama,
Pag lumuwas ako, Miss Arlene.
Ayun, kay Sir Mario pala.
Yes.
Sige po. Ayan, so gawin na po natin yung ating and before we end, no? So yung ating palaging sinasabi po dito sa PICS-Pro, kapag weekend ay
happy lang,
walang weekend.
Diba?
Yes.
Magandang hapon mga ka-PICS-Pro.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Thank you, Ma'am Arlene. Thank you, Sir
We'll
Mario.
see you again po.
Thank you. You're
Magandang
welcome.
hapon mga ka-PICS-Pro.
Okay po.
Bye.